never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or that people ain't happy.
Hi guys, this is a Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku is a perfect host for a symbiote, part 9. Alright, now before we begin our What If, this is a new character. I'm changing her quirk into a mutant power. Now, I know her name, I just not going to pronounce it. So yeah. I'm gonna use something easier to use, because some of these My Hero Academia names are kind of hard. Some are kind of hard to pronounce and to remember. So I'm just gonna straight up call her Lulu because it's easier to remember, and she looks like a Lulu to me. So her powers, using a special energy and body naturally produce. Lulu is able to create dimensional holes that connects to two non-adjustable locations. She's able to, use her portals to basically you get the gist of her. She's able to portal to certain locations, stuff like that. So let's keep reading. Just locations to connect to non-adjusted locations allow her to store items within her personal void or simply lead to nothingness. So that's what I'm going to change her quirk into a what do you call it? A mutant power. Ooh, wrong one. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Now, I've seen a couple comments down below asking, is this the hero or villain? I stated at least once in one of the early episodes that he's not really into villainy. He's killed before. There's no way around that. But he's only killed just to make his mother proud. All his actions is always towards his mother's goal. See, I don't really like when it comes to my Dekus, I don't like staying in one side of the field, just like a straight up hero or a straight up villain. My characters are more in the gray area. Give me a second, guys. Now, Lady Deathstrike, why is Eric after this young man? As he's been known as Eric because of some personal issues with him. He changed his name because he changed his name so he wouldn't get arrested for during his past. So there's that. That's according to what the wiki says about Magneto at least. It's because my boy's quirk, as Xavier's. What do you mean quirk? You said he had a mutant gene. Yes, he has both. Apparently, his mutant power, it complements his quirk quite well. He's able to tell the chemical makeup of anything he touches. And he has some other powers. What do you mean, Lady Deathstrike? As Xavier is interested now. As he's like, young man, what else type of abilities that you're hiding? I'm only here to help, young man. He looks at his mother. Mother, are you sure? It's fine, my little white rabbit. Tell him. He can be trusted. Me and him have been foes several times, but I've always had respect for Professor X. As he's fine, mother. As Professor Xavier sees this ooze coming out of his neck, as he's like, symbiote. This is I can't believe you allow your son to be bonded with a symbiote of all things. And she's like, I had no say in the matter, Professor. My boy came across it during one of his training sessions. As Professor X wants to question that, but he doesn't want to too much. As before you ask, Xavier, it can't be. They can't be separated unless you want to kill my son, that is. He's like, very well. And explain his quirk exactly. Why would Eric want him? As she's like, it's the curation quirk. As he's pondering, he's like, very well, Lady Distrike. Your son will have safe haven here. As long as he follows the rules. You serious, Mother? You want me to stay here of all places? It is. It's gonna be right, my my boy. I need you to stay safe. I will not have that man get a hold of you. You need to behave and follow the rules. Follow the professor Xavier's rules and follow him as it was an order for me. Do you understand, my son? I prefer not. I would. I personally don't want you here, but it's better here than in Magneto's hands. Yes, mother, I will. Good. That's as she touches Izuku's cheek with her hand. That's my good white rabbit. Now, Izuku, this school is I place a school for help young people like yourself to nurture and learn how to use your mutant powers and to control them. Even your even though your mutant power is not combat orientated, we always have to be careful. How long have you had your powers, young man? As Izuku's like, not long, maybe a couple days at the most. Very well. As he contacts someone through telepathy, door opens as Jean Grey walks in. You wanted to see me, Professor? Ah, Jean. Yes, will you show this new student around? Show him around and where he be staying and what's expected of him, why he's attending this institute. Yes, Professor. As she looks at as she, you must be Izuku. As Izuku, how do you know my name? I'm a telepath. Don't worry, I didn't look in your mind. I heard your mother say your name. As Izuku goes over to his mother, don't worry, my little white rabbit. As Jean looks at this, she's quite surprised how kind Lady Deathstrike is towards Izuku. Don't worry, my little white rabbit. Once everything's settled, I'll come collect you. This is this is not goodbye. As she hugs him, take care of yourself, my son. As she kisses him on the forehead. Care of him, Xavier. If he's mistreated, you know what will happen. As Professor X, very well, Lady Deathstrike. Don't worry, he'll be well treated here. Very well. I'll I'll contact you. I'll contact you now and then, my son. Don't worry, Lady Deathstrike. I'll personally make sure your son's taken care of. Thank you, Jean. I've always liked you. Despite we've been on opposite sides of the field. Don't worry, my son won't be any issues as long as no one pushes him. He's highly trained. Just a fair warning to you all. As Lady Deathstrike leave, so does As Jane and Izuku gets out of the office, come on, Izuku. We need to get you checked up first before we do anything else. As Izuku, what you need checked up? I just need to check you're healthy. It's it's protocol here at the Xavier Institute. As they walk into the elevator, as she presses a button, as they go down, as Izuku sees the unearned belly of the Xavier Institute. Miss Jean, was it? Just call me Jean. That's fine. What is this place? This just seems like more like a military base than a school. Yeah, this is something we normally don't show newcomers straight up the bat, but you're a special case, Izuku. Professor has informed me of what you have. A symbiote. How did you know? Like I said before, Izuku, telepath. Please sit down on the table. As is the metal table, as Izuku sits down, as she runs tests, as she sees, as she runs blood tests and all that stuff, as she noticed that the bond between him and his symbiote is on a genetic level, and she's like, I've never seen a symbiote bond like this. I've studied a couple symbiotes in my time, never to this extent. How did you come upon it, Izuku? Now, Izuku has been trained to resist against telepaths, so they can't like up and like invade his mind. And plus, with a symbiote there, it's even more harder now. So as Izuku, I came across it when I was raiding the Life Foundation. I was team up with Venom at the time. You're just a child, and that organization is very, very deadly. Your mother allowed you to do that? As Izuku's, my mother had no say in the matter. It was part of my training. She's worried about that. Izuku is a different from any other child. Well, he's still not a kid, but he's close enough. He's like, I forget how old he was. Like, I think he's like 14, 15, around there. Let's just say, give me a second here. He's still 14 because I haven't done a full on, a year time skip yet. So he hasn't hit 15 yet. So there's that. As they continue the tour, as she's like, this is the common room where all the other students come to socialize. As she shows them the kitchen, and this is the game room. As she goes and these are the classrooms that you will be attending. Probably not today. Let's give you some time to adjust. I'm going to show you to your room now. Follow me, Izuku. And curfew is around 10 o'clock. Everyone's supposed to be in their quarters, in their rooms at 10 o'clock sharp. Do you understand, Izuku? Yes, Jean. That's better. And this is your room. The rooms are separated from. This is the boys section, and other section, other side of the building is the females. Come check up on you and later. I'll let you get situated. As she gently closed the door as she sighs. Poor kid. Can't imagine what type of life he had with his mother being Lady Deathstroke of all people. Back to Xavier's office as Jean comes in. Logan and Cyclops. Professor, what's going on? Ah, Jean, you're here. Has young Izuku been situated? Yes, I inform him of the curfew. Good. How is he adjusting? He's very standoffish, I could tell. I don't even need to look in his mind to know that he doesn't trust us. It's only it's only natural for the young man to feel that way. Considering most likely how he's been raised. Professor, Xavier, I'm against this. That boy's dangerous. He's a bad apple. I I can smell the blood on him. We should be getting we should he shouldn't be here. He doesn't belong here. For once, I agree with Logan. Can't believe I just said that, but yeah, the kid's bad news. I get a very eerie feeling about it. The kid's, like Logan said, he's a bad apple. He should be confined in a cell, not in the luxury of one of our rooms next to the other students here. I can't believe what I'm hearing. He's just a child. Yes, he is a I understand he's most likely dangerous, but he's still a child. You're you're condemning him because of your own personal feelings against his own mother. And you, Scott, I can't believe I'm hearing a word out of that in your mouth. I can't even look at you right now. And don't let that innocent face fool you. He's a killer. I don't want to hear it, Scott. As Xavier, enough, everyone. While Ezekiel is enrolled in this academy, he will be treated like everyone else. He won't be ostracized because, or he is who his parents are. I want to help the boy. I could tell the boy is very. He's in a delicate. He's in a delicate state right now. Gene, will you take a personal sorry, give me guys. Out of all the people here, he seems to more comfortable with you. Will you look after the boy? Yes, of course, Professor. I was going to plan to. Fine, Professor. I'll I'll abide by your judgment, but I'll be watching the kid. One wrong move and I'll take care of it. As Logan slams the door as he walks out because he's mad. Now, Lady Deathstroke and Logan have a very bad history. So yeah, he's taking his anger out on Izuku. Because anyone from her family, it's bad news, according to him. As the rest of the kids, the rumors spread about Izuku, as it's pretty not good new rumors. Lady Deathstrike's son coming into the Xavier suit. A lot of kids don't want him here, so he's straight up being even before he's even met anyone. They already don't want nothing to do with him. None of the kids here. It became nighttime, as someone was supposed to come and get Izuku for dinner, but no one ever did. As Jean walks into the dinner hall where everyone's got done eating, but there's no sign of Izuku. As she goes over to one of the students, where is Izuku? You mean that new kid guy? I have no idea. As he walks off, as we're already having problems. She goes to Izuku's room. As she knocks, Izuku, are you up? Yeah, I'm up, Jean. As she sees him reading. Why didn't you come for dinner? What you mean? No one told me that. I figured this was going to happen. I'm sorry for someone's supposed to come get you. I'll be back. As she started cooking. As she cooks Izuku dinner. As Cyclops, what are you doing, Jane? Getting food for Izuku? You're cooking for him now? Yes, because no one informed him about dinner. I don't like it, Jane. You should stay away from him. I don't want to hear it, Scott. Especially coming to your mouth. I'm already pissed at you enough. If I hear anything else negative coming to your mouth, I'll slam you against that wall. As she storms off, as she goes to Izuku, she knocks Izuku. It's me. As we normally don't allow food in the rooms, but because of what happened here, as she made a nice meal, healthy, healthy for a symbiote because she knows she's done some study on symbiotes, what they require. So she gave him a lot of meat, so he eats a lot. Izuku eats as Jean and Izuku start talking. As I know, Jean, I'm not welcome here. I I'm not stupid. I know the feel of the room, especially from the other kids, the way they look at me. And she's like, I'm sorry, Izuku. It's going to take some time. I have no interest in making friends here. I'll just stick to myself, do what needs to be done. I'll follow your rules. I'll hopefully just my time here pass fast so I could leave. As she kind of tells that he must be left alone. All right, Izuku. If you need anything, just yeah, or just say my name and I'll be able to hear it. Thank you, Jean. No problem, dear. I truly hope you you come to accept this place. As she closes the door. Jean, how's the boy doing? He's very cautious towards us. He knows that he's not welcome here. Yeah, I got that feeling too. In time, the kids will accept him. Come on, let's go. As Professor X, Xavier, good news. Storm's back. Really? I haven't seen her in a while. Hello, Professor. It's been a while. Hello, Storm. So how you been? I'm fine. Thank you for allowing me to leave for a little bit. I had some issues in Wakanda I had to deal with. Black Panther had a intruder that took some valuable materials. A young man with green hair and green eyes. As she shows, a picture of Izuku as Jean's eyes widen. So does Professor. Oh dear, this is going to be a. I didn't realize the boy was going to have. It seems like young Izuku's been around. She's like, what you mean? You know where he is? Yeah, his mother dropped him off here. What do you mean? As Xavier explains the situation, and she's like, it's very impressive if that's true. Izuku got in and is able to infiltrate Wakanda. That's a difficult task, even for even for talent, more more of the senior members of the X-Men. Was there any death? No, Xavier. It's an odd thing. He did not kill anyone. He went and got some vibranium and this left. Um, Black Panther wasn't sure what his powers were or if he was a mutant or not. Yeah, the young man is very intriguing. He has he is a mutant. More recently here apparently, and he also holds the quirk gene. Creation. Creation, Xavier. I've heard of these quirks. I can't. But how is that? We've never seen a case where someone has a mutant gene and a quirk gene at the same time. Yes, it's very interesting. We need to be We need to be delicate when we're handling the young man. He's already on edge. He already knows he's not welcome here by the other kids. and some of the faculty. And she's like, "What you mean?" Logan and Scott doesn't like him being here. Oh dear. So what's the opinion on the boy, Gene, you have? Tell me the opinion of you. The opinion of the boy, Gene. As Storm says, she's mostly curious. He's very standoffish. He's always keeping his surroundings. He's always on guard. The boy doesn't want to be here. I could tell that. But hopefully in time he'll open up a little more. He also has a symbiote as well. As she's like, that's what I figured from the footage I got from Wakanda. Don't worry, Jean. I'll handle Black Panther, make sure he doesn't go after the boy. But I'll need to speak to him as soon as possible. Probably not tonight, but have him come to my office in the morning. I'll... Whose class will he be under? We haven't decided. I want to... Xavier, allow me to teach the boy. Are you sure? Yes. Very well, Storm. I'll allow it. You are... I could tell you're a cunt. I know he's in good hands. Thank you, Xavier. Next day progress as she knocks on Izuku's door, bright and early. Izuku, are you up? As he's like, yeah, I'm up. Oh, you're up pretty early. Yeah, I like to start my day early. Come with me. We're gonna go meet with your professor. As Izuku walks by all the kids, all the rest of the students, as they give him the mean eye. It's like, I can't believe they let that 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 kid here. His mother's a villain. Lady Deathstrike, he's nothing but bad news. As Jean's quiet, as everyone shuts up and goes off their way. Walk into a office as, Jean, you're here, and this must be Izuku. Huh, your hair's different. Huh, you have white hair just like me. Huh, we match. As, please sit down, Izuku. As Jean's like, I'll be around if you need me. Thank you, Jane, for bringing him. Hello there. I am Storm. It's very nice to meet you, Izuku. Now I'll be tutoring. I'll be teaching you from now on. Please sit down. As you sit down, as I want to judge your intelligent level. As she gives him a test, as she waits patiently, as he does it like pretty fast. As she's amazing. You're quite intelligent, actually. Yes, Professor Storm. I've always been smart, but ever since my mutant powers awaken, it's jumped my intelligence to a high degree. And she's like, explain. What exactly is your your mutant gift, by the way, Izuku? I have the ability to, so for what I know of it, I'm able to touch anything and know the chemical makeup, and I'm able to create it with my quirk. Would you like a demonstration? And she's like, yes, I would like to. Please, demonstrate for me. Storm is wearing a necklace. May I? Oh, my necklace? Sure. As she hands it over, as he touches it, as he hands it back to her, here. As he creates it, as he puts it on the table, as it's made out of adamantium. As this is adamantium. Yes, my mother taught me I learned adamantium in a young age, as she knows that's a bad thing for a kid to know. And she's like, you must not tell anyone that you're able to do this. Why? It's just a metal. You don't. If 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 the wrong people find out you're able to create this, they'll come after you. It's best you keep this to yourself. And she's like, very well, Miss Storm. What about, I know of your exploits in Wakanda. As crap, figures. Oh, yeah, okay. She's like, so you're here to put me in jail, are you? You're here to bring me back to Wakanda for some sort of trial? No, 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 dear. Don't worry. You're safe here. But I must ask, are you able to create vibranium? As easy as, yes, I'm able to. And she's like, you need to be very careful with that. Don't give that knowledge to anyone. As Ezekiel already has, he's like, okay, Miss Storm, I will abide by what you said. That's fine, dear. Now, I'll be teaching you math, science, English. I'll be your personal tutor for a while until you adjust to your until you adjust. As a couple hours pass, it's like that's it. That's it for today. You did very well, Yuzuku. Why don't you run along, Professor? I need to talk to you. Yes, Storm. I'm in my office. I'm on my way now, Professor. What is it, Storm? As Storm walks to the office, as she closes it, do you know that the boy is able to create antimantium? As he's like, no, I did not know that. They left, Lady District left that out. And apparently he's able to reproduce antimantium and vibranium. As he's like, oh dear, we can't allow Mag Eric to get his hands on him. As Storm's like, what you mean? What does Magneto have anything to do with this? Magneto's been after the boy. That's why his mother sent him here. Lady Deathstrike. As she doesn't know that Izuku is Lady Deathstrike's child. Are you telling me that boy is Lady Deathstrike's son? Yes. She handed him over for under our protection as a mutant to learn his abilities. And she's like, don't worry. I will never let that man take him. The boy is. So, how is the boy, his first day? He's quite intelligent, Professor. Very intelligent. That's good. But why didn't you scan his mind when he first got here? I tried. But he's been trained to have a, oh, I forget the name of it. Apparently the young man has psychic barriers in place. He's been trained. So reading his mind it would be difficult. I could easily break into it, but I wish not to break the boy's trust. He's already standoffish about us already. He's walking back to his room as some guy bumps right into him. Watch where you're going, punk. You don't belong here. As he gets up, as he's like, watch where you're going. Excuse me? The guy pushes him. I know who you are. You don't belong here. You belong with the Brotherhood. As Izuku's like, aren't we spoiled? Is like, what did you say? Let me clarify something here. Whoever you are. I don't like you. I don't like any of you. You're nothing but a rich kid. You don't know nothing about the real world. You're nothing but a pampered brat. I think it's about time to put you in place, white hair. As he goes in for a punch, as Izuku just moves out of the way, as he's punching, as Izuku just dodging it. You're weak. As he kicks Izuku, as he goes flying against the wall, as he's like, you shouldn't have done that. As he goes, as the kid goes into a punch, as he grabs his hand, squeezes it, as he screams at pain, as he knees him in the stomach several times, grabbed his head and slammed against the ground over and over again, as he throws him against the wall. As the teachers come in, well, the senior members of the X-Men, comes in, you two stop it. Izuku, that's enough. As the dude rushes Izuku, as Storm tell him to stop, as Izuku throws a antimantium dagger, piercing the dude by his cheek, implanting in the wall. Cross me again, I'll kill you. As he walks off, as Storm, Izuku, as he's annoying her, as he goes to the room and slams the door. She's like, you're coming with me. Storm, what is it? And why did you bring him here? Apparently, Ezekiel in this one had a altercation. And she's like, yeah, I don't know why you have that villain here. He's Lady Deathstrike's son. I know who she is. She's bad, so he is too. He shouldn't be here. It's like that's enough, young man. We've already had problems with you before. As you're very lucky the young Ezekiel didn't kill you. As Xavier knows he's well trained. You're going to be punished for attacking Ezekiel. He attacked me first. No, that's not what no, I don't like being lied to, young man. Remember, I'm a telepath. I already scanned your brain to see what you did, and I know exactly what you did. You've been known for being a bully here. If this happens again, I'll send you home. As he walks off angrily. What are we gonna do about Izuku? I saw what he did. He went a little too far. As I know, Storm. But we gotta be, like I said, we gotta be delicate with this. I knew this was going to happen eventually. Didn't realize it was going to happen so soon. I'll have Jean talk to him. He seemed more off guard towards her. Very well, Professor. I'll head back to work. I have a class to teach anyways. As she walks off teacher class, Jean, can you check on Ezekiel? We had an altercation with a young man, with one of the students. Are you serious? Is he all right? Of course, yeah, he's just fine. He's just very upset right now. He seemed to have somewhat of a soft spot for you, so why don't you check up on him? Yes, Professor, of course. As he hears a knock, what is it? I don't want to see anyone right now. It's me, Jean. Can I come in? As he's like, fine. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Izuku. As she closed the door, I know you had a little altercation with a student. You're here to yell at me? You're lucky I didn't kill the kid. I wanted to. I very wanted to slit his throat. Izuku, sit down. You need to calm down. I understand. What he did was wrong, and you went a little too far on that, but your adjustment is going to take a little harder than I realize. We need to get some of that amped up aggression out of you. Follow me. Where are we going, Jean? Trust me, you're gonna like this. As they get into the elevator, as they go down, as they get to a big door, what's this? It's called the danger room. It's where we have our students train with their gifts. We'll put it on a beginner level. See how you do. It's a holographic and it's a training program. I want to see what you're capable of on the beginner level. Normally, we would have you in teams to do this, but I want to see what you're capable of. I could tell you've been trained, judging who your mother is. So let's see what you have. Let's see what you got, Izuku. As Izuku's like, fine, let's get this over with. I highly doubt this is gonna be any challenge. We'll see, Izuku. We'll see. Izuku gets in the middle of the room as the danger room activates, as the scenery is like, it's a training area where there's buildings everywhere, as he has to get through it. Alright, Izuku, I want you to neutralize all the threats without being spotted. That's a beginner level. Izuku jumps in one of the windows that has no glass, as several patrols enter, as he throws a knife, hitting the hologram in the head, as he silently takes out several. As he gets to a certain point where these metal-like tendrils come out, as Izuku jumps in the air, as his symbiote suit activates. As Jean sees it, as she's like, impressive. As Izuku spits acid at the little metal tendrils as they melt. Miss one as he grabs one and rips it out of the wall and hits the rest of the training holograms. As the test ends, the hologram turns off. As Izuku, he's not really doing much. He's disappointed that was a little too easy. As like, it's at the beginner level. Yes, Izuku. As she walks in the danger room. So how do you like it? It was a little too easy. As aren't you confident one? Well, we'll let you come back here time to time. You must be starving. Come on, let's go get you something to eat. As some time has passed, as Izuku attends his classes, doesn't eat with the rest of them. He eats when everyone leaves, as he makes dinner for himself. As Jean noticed that, like, he's very he isolates himself from the rest of the students, as she's a bit worried. A week has passed. Nothing's changed. As Storm comes across Jean, Jean, are you right? Yeah, I'm just worried. And she's like, what's wrong? It's Izuku. Has there been any other altercations? Oh, thank God, no. I'm just worried. He's like, doesn't talk to anyone besides me and you. Doesn't socialize with any of the kids. As Storm, I understand. It's still going to be it's still too early for him to adjust properly. Give him time. I know the young Izuku. He's not a bad kid. I know, Storm. I just worry about him. Aren't you getting a little attached to him? It's like, I know I'm getting a little too attached to him. He's like a little brother that I've never had. You know how I was when I first got here. Yeah, I know, Gene. You were very standoffish too. I see a lot of me in him, and with his how much power he has. I'm just feeling he's just gonna it's going to harden. It's just going to turn into resentment and go down the wrong path. I'm desperately trying to steer him off what his mother set him on to. I can't imagine what type of childhood he had. Knowing that woman, probably pretty rough. I did some background on the boy. As Jean, like, what do you mean, Storm? Apparently, he had some altercations with the Avengers and Shield prior to his arrival here. What I get the gist of it, what I get out of it is most likely his mother sent him off to train on life training. Are you telling me his mother dropped him off in a city that he doesn't know anybody? Yes. That's what I get the gist of it. After I talked to the spider family. It's very sad. Maybe I should talk to the boy. As Jean's like, maybe I should talk to him. No, Jean, just give him some time. He'll open up eventually. As she knocks on a door, it's me, Lulu. Ah, Jean, come in. What can I do for you, Jean? I just got done studying. And she's like, have you do you know of our new arrival? I heard. I haven't seen the guy yet. The new the new me, but what I've been hearing it's very disturbing what other how the other kids how the other people are treating him. I why did you bring him up? Can you do me a big favor? Yeah, sure, Jean. What is it? Can you try to befriend him for me? He's he hasn't made any friends and he stays to himself. I'm afraid that he's going to eventually leave eventually if things don't change. And she's like, "Of course. Of course, Jean. Are you sure? I mean, I understand that he's new here and judging by who his parents are, he's not a bad kid. He's much like you when you first got here. As she's she was found by Jean on the street, so they have a close relationship, Lulu and her. When he's not in class, he's usually by the tree in the backyard. You find him there. And she's like, okay, Jane. I'll I'll try. Don't know he'll not sure he'll be he won't accept it, but he might be standoffish at first, Lulu. But give him some time. I'll try at least, Jane. Thank you, Lulu. You have a good night. As we're going to stop it there. Yeah, that's a good stop. That's a good spot to stop it at. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.